operation, my DMO, a little bit of kind of 3 things that I focus on every single day. So the way that Nick started Cola, how many of you guys loved that goal setting? And how neurotic he was with 4 years of all these different, metrics he was tracking. This, I'll actually share with you guys my metrics. Are you guys excited to hear about that? All right. So, how many of you guys have ever heard of Paul J. Meyer? He is incredible. So, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, you guys gotta look this guy up. The mindset that I have in business is I am an inverted paranoid. I truly believe that every single person wants to do business with me. You might call it delusional. You might call it crazy. I call it royal ambassador. You want to believe and have mindset, I got the best dang thing on the planet. I have the best products. You're like, oh, RJ, that's so arrogant. No, it's unwavering belief. I go into every situation and every communication and every relationship thinking, this person wants to send people my way. And I'm going to treat those people right. How many of you guys would like to be an inverted paranoid? Turn to your neighbor and say, I'm going to be an inverted paranoid.
I'm going to be an inverted paranoid.
Turn to the other neighbor and say, you want to do business with me?
You want to do business with me?
That's the feeling you got to have. Fact. Right now, as national director, if you are doing $40,000 a month in group qualification volume, you are running a $500,000 business. When you blow it up like that, does that put it in perspective for you? See, so funny is that sometimes people think, and they have this assumption of what they do is so small. They're like, oh, I'm just making a couple grand a month, and da-da-da. There are restaurants out there. There are small businesses that don't have nearly the sales you're doing, help the people you're helping, or make the money and the profits that you're making. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
It is Sunday morning. Church, I need a towel. So being preached. Don't get me started. Being a professional. So the way that I look at my business is that I look at myself, business is almost like, owning a franchise. Let me ask you a question. Our GST says to make a list of how many people?
25.
25 people. And then you know that occasionally you're going to go past that list, maybe it turns into 50, 70. Raise your hand if you've made a list over 25 people. You've talked to over 25 people, all of you, right? And how many of you have heard that people say, like, I have nobody else to talk to? I called everybody. I talked to all my 4 friends. Question. If you owned a weight loss franchise, let's say you had a storefront. Let's say you had even a healthy fast food, like a Subway or something like that. And you call through your closest 25, 50 friends, and you call them up and say, hey, come over for a sample. Come over for a sub. Come over to try our product. Bring over a couple of friends. We're going to be doing an open house. And you got through that list. Would you just stop telling people about your franchise? Would you not go out in the community and market? Would you not go out and ask for referrals? Would you not continue following up with your friends, telling them to come back? So it's the perspective of saying, all right, I have a professional business, and I need to continue growing my network, continue going back to people, and continue getting out in the community to let them know that I am here. So treat it like an empire, treat it like a storefront. I think in the thing with recruiting and the mindset is some people think they gotta close everybody. Be honest, by a show of hands, how many people have ever felt victim of this? Like they said no. You're not gonna bat 1,000. Heck, in the Major League Baseball, if you bat 300, you'll make $5 million a year, minimum. So in network marketing, you do not have to bat 1,000. I don't. I bat about 300. If I look at my numbers and I track them, The only way that you can ever grow is to look at your metrics, to look at your results. Otherwise, you don't know what's wrong. So the one thing that I track, I love looking at my ratios. Build them. So if you're noticing that you are closing 8 out of the 10 people that you talk to on the challenge, that 8 out of the 10 people you talk to get started, to lose weight, they buy a balance, get a shape kit, whatever, an executive or star or basic track, but you're not happy yet with your income, but you're closing a lot, you just need to talk to more people. That's what the metric shows me. If you're not happy where you want to be, and you're only closing 1 out of 10, maybe you're off message. Because, here's why. Some people are like, well, everyone I said, nobody wants to get started with the challenge. I called 150 people. That nobody wants to lose weight. Really? Riddle me this. I think, and I'm pretty sure, that 20,000 people this month have signed up. So why are 25 or 20,000 plus people saying yes and not saying yes to you? Could you be off message? So get on message. Finding people. Finding people is huge. Build your list. One of the greatest things that I have done, and that all of our top workers have done, is they have built their Rolodex. They constantly add to their list. And the value of your Rolodex, your cell phone, your email, whatever you have to store your names, all determines on the relationships that you build. So it's not just meeting people. It's not just going on the corner of the street in front of McDonald's and be like, this is our enemy, here's a flyer, Body by Body Challenge. You don't want to just meet strangers, you want to build relationships. I actually carve out time for prospecting all the time. I put it in my calendar, I make sure that I get it in. It's so important. You will not breathe new life in your business with this new challenge without promoting it. So schedule it in. Where is your time being spent? This is one of the most valuable things to do. So finding people now. So we're going to talk about finding people now and finding people later. Get back to your list. I constantly, my husband Josh will attest to this. How many times, how often do I review my list? At least once a month. I rewrite my list. I go back through it. I keep a tallied Excel spreadsheet, and I am not an Excel person. How many of you guys are not an Excel spreadsheet person? I'm not an Excel spreadsheet person. I'm like the polar opposite. I'm like the wee! Life is great sort of a person. But I do keep an Excel spreadsheet of all the people I have in the funnel. All the people that have watched the video. Who's been on a 3-way call? Who's been to a party? Who's got a sample? So I know where to go, and I'm constantly revisiting it. There are people that said no to you a year ago, but you don't know what's changed in their life. The first person that ever told me about the challenge, and ironically I did end up joining into his business, was Eric Warner. Let's hear for 5-star ambassador Eric Warner.
Yeah.
And he contacted me the week I was launching a product in another business. Not network marketing, a totally separate industry. So I was launching a book. I was so busy. I was making a ton of money. It was really great. I made like $8,000 that week. And so I didn't have a desire or a need for it. I wasn't interested, I wasn't open. But 6 months later, after blowing through all my savings and my husband still being unemployed because of the economy, I became very, very open. So follow-up is so key. Get back to your list. Get into your people's list. Obviously, depending on your religious beliefs, some people believe we came here through like a millipede or something like that. But other people believe that we stem from Adam and Eve. And I believe that if you get into your people's list, if you're calling through and asking, who do you know, constantly building through their list, talking to their warm market over and over and over, generation through generation, your warm list will end when you end back up to Adam and Eve. You can stay in your warm market, in a warm setting with people that there's trust and rapport built if you just get into your people's list. If you just sit down with them and make some calls with them, if you go to their parties and meet some of their new challengers and book some 3 for frees, these are my 4 favorite words. Who do you know? Say, who do you know?
Who do you know?
Say, who do you know?
Who do you know?
Who do you know who exercises a lot? Who do you know who is a serving germ leader? Who do you know who is a PTA mom? Who do you know 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 all the time? Who do you know who wants to lose weight? People are like, how do you approach a fat person? How many of you have ever wondered how to approach a fat person? Be honest. And I was fat before, so don't look at me with those eyes. I lost 20 pounds on my 90-day challenge. So, how do you approach somebody who's overweight? When they ask you what you do, you say, I promote a 90-day weight loss and health challenge. Who do you know who wants to lose weight? And just be silent. And they're gonna be like, me. And then even if they're like 800 pounds, they'll be like, no, not you. Just be like, who do you know that wants to lose weight? Don't say it like, hey. That's the easiest way to do it. Can you guys all do this? Say yes?
Yes.
Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? The biggest untapped gold mine? 3 for free parties. 3 for free parties. You know why? Because it gets us in the 97%. It gets us into the challenger base. It gets us into the 230 million people that want to lose weight in North America. You have an opportunity at every party, when you're doing a 3 for free party, and every challenge party, to book another party. 5-star ambassador Tina Hawkman taught me Bear Fan. Book a meeting from a meeting. Genius. So I was in the lobby or hallway with Tina and President Director Brenda Cosamento walked by, and I was like, Brenda, you gotta hear this. And Brenda's like, that was my $1 million idea. Every challenge party, book parties from it. If you have 3 people there, one books a party, the next thing, the best thing you can do is have your calendar laid out. Say, great, you want to get your party for free? What days work for you? This also works when you're talking to other people too, just a little side note on follow-up. So when you call somebody and you're like, hey, I want to get you to watch the video, when do you think you can watch that, today or tomorrow? Tonight. Okay, great. So do you think you can get it watched by 9 o'clock? Yeah, so okay, great. I'll call you back at 9. So always book a meeting from a meeting. Say yes, I'm going to book a meeting. Incredible. Finding people now, understand that the average person knows at least 250 people by first name. 250 people by first name. Now there's other people that know thousands, but this is average. Joe Girard is one of the greatest salespersons in the world. So when somebody says that they don't know anybody, grab their cell phone. Oh, that's interesting. Let me see your cell phone really quick. I do it all the time. That's so funny that you mentioned that. Oh, I understand. Let's look at your Facebook. Let's say a lot of people that you know. Let's start calling them right now. Get into their markets. Getting to talk to people, strangers. I'll be really transparent. I am not a very outgoing person. Shocking, right? I don't like to talk to strangers. I'm on an airplane. I like to put a pillow and a blanket over my head and turn into a mummy against the window. The poor stewardess is like, what the heck? That lump hasn't moved in 3 hours. It's out of my comfort zone, but I do it. There's exceptions on how I do this. Is I like to talk to people in a fixed position. Once our ambassador Roger Landell taught me this, was always talk to the people that are in a fixed position, meaning you're going to see them every day there. Yeah. Every Sunday at church, they're greeting. Every day you pick up your Starbucks or whatever, you see them all the time. They're the cashier, they're the bank teller. They're always there every time you go back. Why is that important? Because they can't flake out on you. They have to ultimately, at some point, take action. Right? Because you see them all the time. You're constantly following up. The average person can only say no 7 times. It's true. Ever met a 6-year-old trying to get a cookie before dinner? How many of you guys have kids in the room? How many of you guys, those kids ask for cookies before dinner or ice cream? Mom, I want ice cream. No, honey, dinner is in 30 minutes. You'll spoil your appetite. Mom, I want ice cream. Dinner, a couple minutes, just wait. Mama, I want ice cream. Mom, I want ice cream. No, just go play. Mom, I want ice cream. I'm really bad. I want chocolate ice cream. And then they're also like, Dad, I want ice cream. And finally, you're just like, forget about it. They cannot say no more than 7 times on average. So continue following up with them. They're going to have to take action. Networking, chambers, leads groups, trade shows. Guys, we have the #1 fastest growing weight loss and fitness transformation in the world. Who can get excited about that? No competition. No competition going into these places. When I was in a previous business that was business to business sales. So selling to real estate agents and mortgage brokers and insurance agents, and it's how I got introduced to direct selling. And I spent 15 to 20 hours a week networking. It made us a good income. We were able to make $2-3 grand a month, which at 21 was awesome. Because it meant I didn't have to work retail. But you know what I did at those networking groups more than anything? I learned how to communicate with strangers, how to build rapport, how to give referrals. Notice I didn't say get. I learned how to serve other people, and I built my database. I built my network. Some of those people are in our business that I met years ago. So this gets you out of the community, gets you out meeting new people, and you guys have something so fresh. You guys have a no-brainer product, so get out there and talk to people. Lifestyle marketing, hobby groups, meetup. Man, this is endless. You're into horses? Join a horse group. Slippy feather. Join a horse group. You're in a church group? Join that. Whatever you're into. There's something for it. Underwater basket weaving? I don't know. Join something. The fishing in a barrel. You guys like fishing in a barrel? It was more like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Here's a strategy. How many of you guys are taking your challenge seriously? Say yes. Yes. I have a way for you to recoup an investment and get in the sexiest body possible. You excited? Your spouse is like, yes, this is awesome. You're writing down really good notes. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to join 6 different, weight loss, fitness, boot camps, all over the community. And I want you to go once a week to each one. And ideally, they're kind of far. One's over this little suburb, one's over here, so you're getting into different pockets of the community, right? You following me? So on Monday is Zumba, Tuesday's CrossFit, Wednesday's body pump, Thursday's yoga. And notice I'm saying classes, not gyms. Because gyms if you're like me in the gym, you guys probably saw me the last couple of days, I'm listening to Metallica getting very angry, pumping some weights in my iPhone. So I love the groups. Gives you a chance to really create conversation and build relationships. You see them every week. Fixed positions. So let's say you join 5 to 6 different groups. You're getting your sweat on, doing your 90-day challenge, you're wearing your new Vice sweat that you got at the Vice store. Let's just say, for example, you got 1 executive a month, or a couple of transformation hits. You get a return on your investment, and you have a new life in your business. Maybe you book a couple 3 for free parties, and then you go look at the law of 250, and it compounds from there. You book another meeting from a meeting, like Tina teaches. Do you see where this can go? Can you do this? Say yes.
Yes.
And are you excited? You're going to get a 6-pack in the process. Guys, go where you are going to find weight loss people. Where do they want to lose weight? Finding people long term. Having a fan page. We talk about social media. How do you guys love the social media training this morning? Exciting. You know what my big thing was? What Cedric said. Funny is money. I love that. Be funny, guys. Pay-per-click, whatever. You can, build up a fan page on there. One of the things that I've done on my Facebook fan page is you guys know what a status update is, right? You guys all know what a status update is? So you update your status, There's something you can do on your Facebook fan page now, and you can actually pay to get that post seen more often. Wouldn't you love the post about, hey guys, how would you like to win $1,000 by losing just 10 pounds? Message me now. How would you like that to be seen by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10,000 people? Do you see the value in that? I started playing with this in the last week. Not only did I increase my fans by 500 people in 1 week, I also took my engagement, which means how many people were seeing my fan page, clicking like, commenting, messaging me, sharing my stuff, from 1,000 to over 10,000 people engaged. So over half of my fans, I have 20,000 fans, over half of my fans are seeing and interacting with my fan page in the last 7 days. Now I know that 80% of you is just like, what the freak did she just say? All I'm saying is that you can sponsor your post to get them seen more often. You guys just Google it, ask any 12-year-old, they'll explain it to you. I just started playing with it, and it's literally cheap, it's like $15. And I'm like, you know what? If I invest like $100 a month in building my fan page, is that going to give me long-term 1 to 2 years finding people? Yes. Build your brand. Video marketing, guys. How many of you guys have an iPhone in the room? Let me see him. Let me see him. Turn them on. Oh, this is going to be awesome. I want to see them put on the screens. Wave them from side to side. Does anybody still have droids? Do they still make BlackBerry?
Yeah.
Poor people. They're probably from Alberta. Okay. It's true. It's the largest concentration of BlackBerry users. Oh, goodness. She upgraded. Make sure you guys are doing your videos at the gym, making your shakes, posting your challenge updates, posting your struggles. Guys, a video is forever. You make a video once on YouTube, it's there forever. You post it to challenge.com, you're documenting your life. It will help people find you over the long run. It may not get you somebody this second, but we're not here for just this second, right? We're thinking long term. We want to find people not just now but later. Stay away from MLM leads. Who wants a cold call? That sounds exciting. Ugh, extravagant advertising. It's just disgusting. This is the fastest way to get frustrated, and the fastest way for your team members to get discouraged is to get them on point. Get them on some sort of rabbit trail. Oh, we got this new funnel, and this new these, and the thing, and what's and who. We're gonna make it faster. Guys, 3 for free starts in first. GST, simple. Boom. I want to share with you that every single prospect, you want to make sure that you're bringing your A game. You bring your A game. Senator Harris and I were talking about this, is that you never know like who you're talking to, what network they have, who they have in their influence. And if you puke on them, I mean, not literally, that would be disgusting. Too much partying last night. But if you verbally vomit and just like, the challenge, you could lose them. I like to make sure that people are in front of a computer when I talk to them, if possible. I'm trying to get them over to my website to watch the little sizzle video. So I don't like to talk to them when they're in the car. If I hear their kids in the background and they're distracted, I just book time to talk to them later. I want them in a comfortable place when I'm chatting with them. I want them to be focused. Form. Now, the first time I ever learned about form, there's 800 different variations of this, was from a man named Jerry Acuff. He wrote a book called The Relationship Edge. I recommend that you guys read it. I like to ask questions. You can find 101 questions to ask. Maybe you can put them on an index card and take them around with you in practice. Practice this on your spouse. You'll be surprised what you learn. When was the last time you asked your spouse a question that you did some rapport building with them? But I love to ask you all the time. I make it about them. Are they married? Do they have kids? Where do they work? You know, what do they like to do for fun? You can do anything, with your body, the next 90 days, what would you do? What do you want out of life? It's so funny, you find the motivation, you find the why with people, it's pretty easy to provide a product and a service. It's pretty easy to provide a solution. So if this is too much, just focus on family. Start with F. And then go fo. And then continue on the process. This is mastery. The more that you ask questions, the more people will be interested in you. Isn't that funny? People are like, well, how are they going to be interested in me if I don't talk about myself? People don't care about you. What is the most important thing to anybody? Themselves. Absolutely. So I like being on stage. Pretty transparent. Someone asks you, people always ask me, what do you say when people ask you, what do you do? I promote a 90-day challenge and you can lose weight on. And then I gaze at them. Hello? Oh, really, what's that? It's great. You can save money. Say, you can save money. You can get it for free. And there's a 90-day money-back results guaranteed. One more time, you can save money. You can get it for free. And there's a 90-day money-back results guarantee. Tip of the arrow message. You should be memorizing this. Who do you know that needs to lose weight? Smile. People don't care, and Freddie was mentioning this, Freddie was saying this, people don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. So true. Faucet follow-up, like Tina was saying, book a meeting from a meeting, drip, 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 drip. That's what I mean by a faucet. Are you dripping on people? Part of recruiting is following up. Because of timing, they say no, they need to wait for their paycheck, they need to talk to their spouse, they need to talk to their mom, their daughter, their sister with a dog, I don't know. You gotta follow up with them. I love using phone calls. Genius. Fancy a phone call every once in a while. Way over text. I don't even know if they get my text. Email, text messages occasionally, handwritten card. I like to vary it. So if I call them in September, I might send them a Facebook message in November, right? Kind of vary it, see the ways of different communications, samples. Create a system. In the beginning, you want to follow it more often, and then I put them on like a taper list. So maybe just kind of taper to once a month. So every month as I'm reading my list, I go back to them. One of the biggest things I do is I find a story in the community that reminds me of them. Does this take work? Say yes. Is it worth it? Yeah, because if I find somebody that's similar to them, or similar to their goals, or maybe from the same state, or maybe the same skin color, or background, or age, or whatever, they're gonna be like, that reminds me of me. And that's the belief. So I always follow up with people. Closing. Listening. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. Use them in proportion. Listen to your people. And ask some good questions. Why now? If you just ask, why now? Who do you know? You'd all be an ambassador, I promise you. Why now? Who do you know? Why lose weight now? Why get started on the challenge now? What's changed in your life that you want to get fit? Oh, Rachel, I've tried a lot of things. I never had an incentive. All right, great. Now that you have an incentive, now that you have accountability, ask powerful questions. It will lead you to what they want. People are going to give you objections. Do you get some objections ever? What objections do you guys hear? Can't afford it. You don't eat? No. I don't have time. It looks complicated. I tried this thing, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. The best thing you can do is say, I don't really know about that. All I know is the story. So people are like, well, I heard you have to have 20 grams of protein in your shake for it to be fat burning. I don't know about that. All I know is my husband Josh lost 45 pounds on 2 90-day challenges. And if you're not satisfied with your results after 90 days, you get your money back. Guaranteed. I don't know. All I know is story. Stand up if you're attending a regional event. If you're registered, stand up. The rest of our city, you're not attending a regional event. Matt Parr, stand up. Called out. If you're in the front row, you are going to be standing. 5 stars. Sit down. Stand up. Sit down. Stand up. Oh. Rachel says, no, just kidding. These are just so good looking. You know, somebody out here like a modeling convention was talking to the craft people, like, you guys are the modeling convention, right? I'm like, come again? Yeah, your body biceps, you're the models. Like, it's like that. I am amazing! Say you are amazing. You guys are good. Find the stories. My strategy. I've recruited over 200 people on the challenge. Say woo! How many of you guys want to recruit 200 people on the challenge? Yes, you do. This is what I do. I look to have 3 new conversations every single day. To get 3 people to watch the video on my website. That is my goal. There are times at the beginning of my business, I literally would stay up till 11, 12 midnight, and I'm like, I need that 3rd press play. Who's on Facebook? Who's online? How's it going to get them? I'm coming after you. 3 new conversations. Why do I like this? Because it's measurable. We learned that yesterday with Nick, right? To have measurable goals. Some of you guys, your recruiting goals is saying, I want to talk to more people. What does that mean? I like 3. I think in life there's 1, 2, 3, and many. Once you get past that, it's like overwhelming. And it really is. If you have more than 3 things, it's like, wow, too much. Follow-ups. 3 follow-ups. I follow up with people maybe that I press played with, that press played the day before. Maybe people that ordered a week ago, seeing how their challenge is going. I just focus on follow-up with people. And 10 minutes of personal development. Guys, let's blow it up. Say, blow it up. Let's see with your arms. Blow it up.
Blow it up.
I want to blow this up. If you did 3 new contacts a day, whether from Zumba, from networking, from Facebook, from your warm list, whatever, you got 3 new people in your network right now. 3 referrals from your customer for the 3 for free. After a year, it'd be over 1,000 new contacts in your cell phone. 1,000 follow-ups. You'd have 60 hours of personal development. I do 10 minutes of personal development a day, minimum. Why? Because people do business with people. If you ain't a good person, they're not going to want to do business with you. Bottom line. So work on yourself. 5 years. What would your business look like in 5 years if you got over 5,000 more contacts, 5,000 follow-up calls, and over 300 hours of personal development? What would it look like? You would be a global investor. I promise you. If you're willing to do this. This is my plan. How many of you guys are excited about getting on this plan?
Yeah.
You guys are going to adopt this or maybe change it, tweak it, make it your own. You make 4 if you want, or 5. Go crazy on it. Get nutty. Recruiting is about a compound effect. It's about doing things over and over, becoming that light on a hill, becoming that charismatic person, improving your skill, living the challenge consistently, overly, abundantly, continuing over and over and over, and sharing the message over and over, and seeing things over and over and over. It's mundane. But you keep on going and you'll be here on the stage. You guys excited about that? I'm pumped to bring up some of the top recruiters in the entire company, both on customers and on promoters. These guys are some of our top income earners, some of the fastest growing teams in the entire company right now. I want you guys all to stand to your feet to welcome my panel. 5-star Ambassador Tara Wilson, 5-star Ambassador Kevin Latmore, Tim Shuri, and Super Nick! Here for it. These are rock stars. So we're going to rapid fire some tips. This would be time to video
Awesome training. I mean, gosh, I hope you guys took pages and pages of notes, took some pictures of that. So I'm a really big believer in the number one way to recruit is building rapport. Because when people are talking to you, all they're thinking is, who are you? Why should I care? And can I do this? And more importantly, do I trust you that you will really help me build that dream that you just sold me, right? So we can get all the facts. When people say, tell me about your company, tell me about facts.ly.com, tell me about your company, break it down for me. That's a waste of time. Go to complan.ly.com. Give them the comp plan summary and say, check this out. The most important thing about recruiting, and I mean, sometimes it will take months or years to recruit people, is building that trust, building that relationship. Are you the person that they can attach their goals and dreams to, and are you the person that's going to show them the way? Do you have what it takes to show them the way? And people care more about the people than they do about numbers. It's not the percentages on the comp plan, it's the behaviors. It's who you are as a person. So as a leader, and you guys are all leaders in this room, care more about caring about people than knowing the comp plan.
Really excellent.
Awesome. Oh, that was awesome. You know, to reiterate what Tara was saying a little bit about the relationship business, knowing what not to do is as important as knowing what to do. And you heard Rachel earlier, who a lot of you know, Rachel knows the internet. I know the internet. And a lot of people feel like the cure for everything is if I can just sign up everyone from the internet, sit behind my computer, and all of a sudden sign everyone up. How many leaders in this room came in from being a lead? Any hands?
Guys, 0 hands have gone up.
How knowing that a lead does not turn into a leader, are you going to try to generate leads to grow your business? I've been online for years. I've never seen a lead turn into a leader. Focus on what works. What works is what matters. This is a relationship business. Say you have a lead from someone out in Colorado. They don't want to talk to you. You don't know them. It's harder to build that relationship. Stay focused on what works. This is a relationship business. It's not a lead business. If you look, this company has grown using a proven system. You want to constantly meet people, build those relationships, live the product, be the product. There's no better lead generator than you having a transformation on your own for your own people that you personally know. And the more that they see your transformation, the more you're going to have people coming. Remember, no means no now. One day someone's going to look in the mirror, they're going to say, today is the day that I want to change, and you've had the best change. I'm going to come to you for what you're doing. So keep touching people's lives with your transformation and see what happens over time. And that's what matters.
Awesome. There you go. Super big.
Well, for me, it's pretty simple. If you've met me before, you know I always compare building a network marketing business to trying to date a girl, because I'm a guy. So for women, you guys already have this down pat, and guys, you have to learn this stuff. Women, you know when a guy's trying to approach you, you know what he should do, and you know what he shouldn't do. So if you just apply that to prospecting people, it's the exact same thing. For guys, same thing. When you meet a really cute girl, the last thing you do is say, look, how many kids do I have with me? Right? The best thing I can tell you, if you really want to get this person, is don't do what everyone else does. So if you see a pretty girl, do you know what I do? I tell her how nice her shoes are. I tell her, look, you have really cool eyebrows. I do everything opposite. The one who guys to go, oh my God, you're so beautiful, right? Same thing in prospecting. You might want someone in your business, but I don't act like I want them or I need them in the business. And in fact, what I do is I tease people. And they go, well, like, why don't you tell me what this is? I'll give you an example. Something you can actually do right now when we're done to launch your business for tomorrow. I would call my prospect and say, listen, I just found a way I can actually win $1,000. I'm still trying to get the details right now. I'll call you tomorrow once I get all the details. And you'll find people like, okay. And the next day, they'll actually call you to try to find out, did you find out more about this $1,000 thing? Like, how does this thing actually work? That's my tip.
That's awesome. And do you need tips from Purdue?
Hey guys, really quick, I'd like to just make sure you're natural. Any salespeople here, do you guys know what ABC stands for in sales? Always be closing. And that's something that I kind of live by. Closing is a little bit harsh, because you don't really want to feel like you're closing people. But what I like from that mind. Everything I say, I know what answer I'm trying to get them to say and where it's going. And everything I say is on purpose. Every post I make on Facebook, I never just blast out whatever's on the top of my mind. I choose every single word carefully because I know people are going to read it. When I tag or talk to other people or answer things for my people, I say it a certain way. If someone new on my team comes on board and they lost 6 pounds in their first week, I'll go on their Facebook and say, that is fantastic. I lost 65 pounds in my first 90 days, 6 pounds in my first week too. You're also on your way to doing the same. So what are people thinking when they read that? Without me bragging and boasting, I kind of am, but it's very subtle. One of my things is I like to be subtle. Another thing that's very important, it's a little bit salesy too, but everyone's favorite radio station is WIIFM. What's in it for me? And if you guys can really understand and feel and embody that and know that the challenge is what it can do for people and really offer to them as a gift instead of I'm going to sell another ESS and make $180 or $50 if you just do whatever it is, then it's going to work a lot better for you. Just keep in mind that, what's in it for that person. A lot of you guys talk about, this is Kevin, he's my 5-star ambassador. This is Dave, he did 5-star ambassador. They don't know what any of that stuff means. Lose the jargon, lose the terminology. Think about your first day, how you heard things and stuff like that, and it's going to make a lot more sense. Just get really good at opening conversations with people, and things are going to go really good. Once you get natural at this, things will be better. The last thing I'll tell you to prove it to you is just recently I sponsored someone at an ESS level, a cab driver, on a $6 cab fare. I see Matt Jameson there. True or false, Matt? $6 cab fare and we can sponsor them. When you get natural like this and it doesn't feel like selling anymore and you're giving them a gift, you're going to do very, very well.
Awesome, thank you so much. Guys, and I'll end with this as we're going to be hearing from John Maxwell here this afternoon. You guys excited to come for John? You will not change your life until you change something you do every single day. So write it down right now. What is it that you're going to start to do every single day to become a master like every single person on this stage? Let's hear it for our panel again. Thank you guys so much. And let's rock it. Thank you guys.
Wow, now that was some powerful stuff, everyone. Gonna put this up on our Facebook wall. Oh man, you gotta watch this and share it with our team, share it with everyone. A lot of great tips there. See you guys soon. Bye.